And we are live, guys. Welcome everyone to the webinar 8 of MPCA Dream Team. We've had some technical difficulties, but you know, we got the smoke signals out. We made the smoke signals, and we're writing bits and pieces of paper. But you know, this happens. So, guys, welcome everyone in internet land to our 8th MPC Dream Team webinar. And I do want to sort of give the guys at MPA Australia a bit of a plug, because they just had the webinar with Uday and Tanzil. They were discussing MPA, which is, you know, they're related to MPCA as well. So go and watch that webinar. You know, we're all pumped up, and we got a you know, just the people, the special people on tonight. You know, we got some cool people. And so why don't we just kick it off and just do a bit of a round robin. I'm going to put you on the spot first, Grandpa. How are you going today?
Hey, very good. Thanks a lot. You know, like my wife didn't run me around too much today shopping, so, you know, I'm full of vigor.
That's awesome. And we've also got Durant Richardson. How are you, Durant? Thanks for jumping on board, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. You know, it's been a long day, I'll tell you that, man. It's 4 a.m. right now, so hopefully I won't fall asleep in the middle of this thing, you know.
Yeah, no, man. Thanks for jumping on board. This is the first time we've had you on, Durant. So if you could just, you know, just quickly tell people a little bit about yourself. I know you know, you're still working. You just got through snow to get to this webinar. So if you could just, you know, tell people a little bit about yourself.
Like, you know, like how, like, so you want me to go way back or what?
Man, I know you pretty way back, but just, you know, keep it nice and short and sweet for a couple of minutes or a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, like Angie said, I've been online for about maybe 2 years now, and I've known NG for about better part of the year and a half, and I got started with MPA, and actually did fairly well with MPA. Was seeing results, but with the whole, you know, the PayPal thing, I kind of, you know, I switched over to TM, and I, you know, pretty much stopped promoting MPA, and then now, you know, after it came back, and now with, you know, my paying crypto ads, you know, I decided to, you know, jump back on board. And, you know, like I said, MPA has been around for a while, so, you know, it's trustworthy admin, and everything's going great with that. So that's pretty much, you know, just a short and sweet version of what I've been doing online. So.
Yep. Cool. And you still work a job? Is that right?
Oh yeah. And you know, I left that part out because it's kind of boring. But yeah, I still work a job. Still work at Pizza Hut. I'm a pizza delivery driver. Actually, I just got off work and just barely made it on this webinar. I was telling NG, I was like, man, I just getting off work and I got stuck. I actually got stuck in the stall. I was actually thinking about like streaming myself live, trying to get out of this ditch, but it was crazy, man. But anyways, yeah, I barely made it out, and barely made it here. So, you know, here I am, man.
No, that's awesome. Thanks for I mean, it's 4 o'clock in the morning there. So whereabouts are you? Like, whereabouts are you now?
I am in Portland, Oregon. So it's kind of like obscure place. Most people, you know California and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty cold here, and I've been living here all my life. So looking to hopefully, you know, get out of here and move out, maybe pull NG, head up to Thailand, you know, at some warmer weather.
Yeah, you're always welcome, bro. I'll keep a nice bed warm for you. I'm only kidding, but you can get your own pad. They're cheap enough, man. Thanks for jumping on board tonight,
Yeah.
buddy. And a guy that needs no introduction, but you know, for those who don't know you, I don't know why they wouldn't know you, Dennis, but if you could just, you know, explain a little bit about yourself in your words, please.
All right, sure. You know, a lot of people are worried about getting out of their job, but people in my generation are worried about their job leaving them. Okay. You get out of here. Don't come back. Or, the possibility of somebody in my generation of actually finding a job, I don't think that's possible. So the best place for us who are out of work permanently for the rest of our life is to be online. Okay, that's where the opportunities exist. I think I learn a lot from what I call the youngins, and the youngins can learn, from our generation as well. Primarily not technology, but patience. Patience. Be patient. It will happen. Right?
Yes.
So I've been in Japan since 1980. Did a whole bunch of corporate stuff. And then, like I said, as you get older, you're going to be out of the workforce. Being online is one of the best and most enjoyable places that I have ever been in my life. Right? And then I watched a lot of NG's videos, and I went, well, this is a guy I want to follow. This is a guy that I can trust. Like when I wake up in the morning, I ask myself 2 questions. First question is, who trusts me? The next question is, how much do they trust me? Okay. So, yeah, that's what I focus on. And that's a little brief intro of me. Okay,
Thanks for that, Dennis. Awesome, buddy. So for you guys that are just new to and watching this for the first time, obviously, get back to the person that showed you this webinar. This is why we do these webinars, to support, our people in MPCA Dream Team, right? And you can use these webinars as leverage to, first of all, get people to come and watch the webinar. And then obviously if they're interested, they like what they see, they can join up under your link, not our link. So for you guys that are watching this the first time, MPA is the mothership, and MPCA is, I guess, the new leg of MPA, but it's dealing directly with Bitcoin. So there's a whole bunch of information out there about Bitcoin. So it's probably a little bit long-winded to go through about Bitcoin, but basically once you could buy some Bitcoin, then you can then buy some advertising through MPCA, advertise your website or any type of website that you want, and then you can then those ad packs will earn you a daily return. Of course, it's not promised, it's not guaranteed, and then you just click your 10 ads to qualify for that revenue share pool. So you don't really need a lot of referrals. And I think our last webinar we had a guy that basically maxed out MPA, and he had 1 referral. So you don't necessarily need referrals, but on tonight we're going to talk about branding and how you can get referrals, because it's the #1 question that people ask me. How do I get referrals? How do I get? And it's like, it drives me crazy. So I did a live stream on it today about how to get referrals, but we're going to talk about branding, because branding is very, very important. Because then you don't have to beg anyone to join your business. You don't have to chase anyone to join your business. Once you build your brand, they're going to come to you, and this is very, very important in positioning. And then as you grow that brand, people are going to come to you, right? Most people are doing it the other way around. They're like going out spamming and begging people to join them, and I never do that. When people want to join my business, they come and see me, and when you build your brand, you build value, and they're buying into that value. They're buying into that brand. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But just quickly, just the stats with MPCA. We're Alexa rank of 13,542, which is amazing, because the lower the better. And we're only 2 months into this, less than 2 months. So it's absolutely crazy. It's moving very fast. We've got 38,000 members, an average of 500 to 700 people are joining a day, and we paid out 1,140 Bitcoin as of today. So what I wanted to basically talk about is branding, because branding is very important, and I see a lot of people on Facebook that are not doing it properly. Again, they're begging people to join their business, and this is the totally wrong way if you want to get referrals. So you got to build your brand, just like Nike, just like Coca-Cola, even just because we're the product, right? Even you look at famous actors and the movie stars. For example, The Rock. Right, his brand is The Rock. We know him as The Rock, right? But he's like, I don't even know his name. I think I remember it when I but I just know him as The Rock. He's this big dude that does, you know, movies. The Bruce Lee, same. You know, when you say Bruce Lee, you know, you know exactly what that you're going to get, and this is what you got to brand, and this is what you got to get out in the marketplace. So once you establish a brand, then again, you don't have to go to people and beg people and spam people. They'll come to you because you are synonymous of value. You represent something that they want. So Dennis, I know you branded yourself, right? When I see you, I see, you know, the dude from Japan with the funny hat on. So you get it.
Yeah.
First of all, obviously that's your brand, but what sort of people are you trying to attract? And it's, first of all, what is that your brand? Like, what are you trying to attract with your brand?
Okay, yeah. Well, you know, like we all get messaged a lot, you know, and then when I message somebody back, I say, well, it's going to take us about at least 30 days to really get to know each other. And that's kind of like a filter. It's a very useful filter because they'll just tell you, go to hell. 30 days, go to hell. But there'll be one guy that go, yeah, let's have that conversation. Let's have it often. Then we get to know each other. We start to like each other. Then we start to trust each other, right? It's at that point that we can start to get serious with a discussion about what they do and what I do and how that can benefit each other, right? So to me, branding is all about getting to that point to where we trust each other. And it does take time. It's usually not going to happen in less than 30 days from what I find from my experience.
Okay, excellent. Well, yeah, that's definitely important. They've got to trust you before they're going to do business with you. So, yeah, awesome. I know GameStar. I know Durant. When I first met you, I knew you as the GameStar. Like you're gonna be this dude that played video games and you're gonna make a whole bunch of money online, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I was like the GameStar. That was your thing, but I don't know whether that's your brand now or what. What are you trying to achieve through your brand?
Yeah,
you could just.
It's crazy that you mentioned that because I was totally going for that GameStar thing because I enjoy playing video games. So I was just trying to find more people like myself, that have common interests, and I think that's kind of what I'm doing with my brand now. Is just I don't know, I just want to attract more people like myself, and I'm not going after before like I was concerned with trying to appeal to everybody, I guess, just trying to get anybody, and when you do that, you're actually you're not going to have pretty much attract anybody, right? Because you're not really targeting, you're not having like a target market, so you're kind of all over the place. And so I just kind of stopped worrying about that, and I just kind of just put myself out there, just be myself pretty much, and putting out videos and whatnot. And that's why I kind of dropped the whole Gamesters thing, but I still am, I still enjoy playing video games, so I still am thinking about doing a little bit of stuff with that. But yeah, pretty much, that's what I'm trying to do with my branding. So
yeah, I reckon you had the right idea, man. You definitely had the right idea, because you were like, I knew you as that dude,
yeah.
So it did work. Like it did work to a point. But and myself too. I guess myself, when I was first started, I didn't know. Like I was like, what am I going to be? What am I going to do? Are they going to know me as something like some guy from? Basically, my brand was some guy that was from Australia that was struggling to get out of my job. That was basically, that was my brand. I didn't have like, Dennis is like Dennis from Japan, right? I didn't have like any sort of punchline. So if you guys want to have a punchline or something, just think about, even just have your website. Like, I could have been like NG Gavin from nggavin.com. So that's a simple one. So you can say that in all your content that you put out. But I guess my brand is anyone that wants to leave their job, move overseas, go to Thailand. That's basically I guess I sort of just fell into that because I hated my job, and then I wanted to, you know, I said, screw it, I'm going to leave my job. I want to go and move to Thailand. So I guess it just evolved that way. But you guys, it's definitely, if you guys are seeing anyone that's marketing out there, if they don't have some sort of tagline or something, if you don't have a tagline now, just use your website, you know, NG Gavin from nggavin.com, right? That's your brand, right? And just think of a punchline like Dennis from Japan. You might be, you know, Joe Blow from Texas, or, you know, whatever, right? But you got to stand out, because if you don't stand out, you're just going to be another marketer, right? And no one's going to know you. No one's going to care about you. You're not going to build any value with your brand. So with that, that flows on with referrals as well, right? So what you're doing is you're building your brand. Yeah. You know, at one stage, Duran, you had like a logo. You had this really cool logo, yeah, that you had on your Facebook wall.
Oh yeah, I have it right now. Actually, I still have it. I use it on my fan page. Yeah. So actually, I have branded myself as Durant Rich, so it's a little bit shorter and a little bit sticks out and has, you know, the Rich, you know, name in it. So yeah, I have a little logo that I use for my branding actually, and I actually have a blog. So yeah, actually that's what my brand is now. And
what's your blog? You can say what your blog is if you want.
Oh, it's durantrich.com, www.durantrich.com. Actually working on putting some more content on that. So, you know, it's not really fully fleshed out yet, but yeah.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But Durant too, you just started an MPCA, so there's a lot of people out there that think, oh, you know, I just started an MPCA, you know, I can't come on a webinar, or you know, I'm just a newbie. That's totally wrong, isn't it? Because you've only got a small. How many ad packs have you got now?
I've only got 24 ad packs.
There you go. Right, you got 24 ad packs, and you're jumping on a webinar. You're not scared to put yourself out there, right?
Nope. You know, I mean, like I said, I am nervous because, you know, like I have this, you know, public speaking thing. But, you know, like you said, I mean, if you want to get referrals and you want to grow your brand, you're going to have to do things. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and, you know, just go out there and, you know, show people what you have and who you are. I mean, it's just something you're going to have to do. And, you know, like you've always said in your videos, NG, like, you know, videos are the number one, you know, top, if not number one marketing, you know, tool out there in helping grow your brand. And, you know, people that don't do videos are at a real disadvantage. So that's why, you know, like you said, I'm trying to do videos and jump on webinars and kind of get out of my comfort zone so that, you know, I can get more exposure from that. And, you know, hopefully, you know, time will tell, but I know that it's going to work, you know, so yeah, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, no, it will, mate. It will. You know, you'll know. You've done YouTube videos. Like I used to watch your YouTube videos, and you're no stranger to doing YouTube videos, hangouts, webinars are new. I'm new to webinars too. It's no biggie, you know. We just jump on and we do them. Okay, it's like we're having fun. Dennis, you're the man. I mean, you do a lot of live streams. How are you building your brand?
Well, right. I think the most important thing is kind of like what Durant said. You know. Consistency in doing the videos is essential, right? You got to like be in there every day, at least with a live. What I like to do after I do the live is I'll take it up and I'll put it onto a YouTube, right? I don't do it the reverse way because Facebook tends not to like that, or at least won't show it to anybody you know after you do it.
Okay. So what you do the live stream on Facebook first, and then you upload it to YouTube. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. That's right. And then there's a whole series of introducing that you're going to do a live in 55 minutes or in 15 minutes. Then give a title, and then throughout the day, come back to that keyword several times in other posts, right? Like you take a picture of you know, someplace you were at, maybe drop that keyword in there again. Like if the keyword is like trust, or if the keyword is like how to do videos, for example, right? So I learned from you that you got to be consistent and do it every day, even if you don't feel like doing it every day. And you don't have to get fancy about it, right? You just And don't worry too much. I mean, I still don't have a mic, and I'm going to get a mic. I mean, you say, go out and get a mic.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, don't worry about that stuff. The consistency part is what's most important. You do it every day, and people, if there's 100 people, 99 are just watching you every day for 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. All right, and then they'll like creep in and they'll give a like. Then after a week or two, they'll creep in and say, "Oh, I watched." Right? And then they'll start to get braver, and they'll start to come closer and closer and closer to you. And that's when the communication begins, right? But hey, there's people out there, 99% are just watching us. But if we don't show up, there's nothing for them to see, right? So that's key. Show up. That's part of branding. It's part of getting known. Once they get closer to you, they start liking you. And then you get into a conversation where you can build up trust.
Yes, absolutely. And I see that too. I see there's a lot, like, you mightn't think that people are watching you, but they are watching you. And every now and again, you'll see a new person pop up their name. You see the normal guys, right? You know the normal guys. You just like, yeah, hey guys. But when you see a new name pop up, you start to take notice, and then people start to comment, and then they get more, like exactly what you said, Dennis. They get more comfortable with you, and then they'll get to a point where you might say something, and they just totally connect with you, and then they'll reach out to you. And this goes back to, what we talked about with branding as well, right? You're not going out there and spamming all these people. Are you doing the wrong technique, and it's, they never, those people are persistent at being consistently spamming. That's one good thing about that they do, is they're consistent at spamming. But if they just focus that energy on doing the right marketing technique of branding, and what you just said, you hit the nail on the head. These people need to warm to you. It takes time, but once they're warm to you, they'll reach out to you. And that's why you brand yourself, right? Because you're positioning yourself as someone that has value, and then they're coming to you. See, when they come to you to join your business, it's totally different to you going out and begging for someone else, right? We've all been there. When I first started, I used to go out there and spam. It's like, I didn't know anything better. And then I soon discovered that that's not the right way to market. So good point.
So let me just add a little bit to that. The very first person that I signed up in MPCA, he approached me, and he said, "I've been watching you on YouTube or watching your videos for 12 months, and I want to join you."
Wow.
Awesome. The next guy, he's from Germany. He says, "I've been watching you for 8 months. I want to join you." Now, the other folks, they're old school. They're in Japan. I've known them for years. They see my Bitcoin. They say, "I want Bitcoin. How I do Bitcoin?" Okay. I said, "Okay, I'll show you." So I got one guy, he came in with 2 Bitcoin, and he's going to throw another Bitcoin in there tonight. He'll be in with 3 Bitcoin, right? And then 2 other ladies are going to come in with a Bitcoin. So it takes time, like you said, it takes time. But if you show up every day, people will approach you, and they will trust you. And the amount of change they drop into the program largely depends on how long they've seen you, how much they trust you, and then how much you show up every day.
Yes, absolutely. And the times that you don't do the videos are the times then, you could have missed an opportunity that person was ready to join you, but you weren't consistent enough. And then that person lost interest because, they lost trust in you because, you said that you were going to do a video and you never showed up and you never did it, right? It's those times that you really should do the videos, and that you got to do the videos, but you don't do it. And I've been a victim of this in the past. They're the times that matters, And Durant, I know you when you started, man, you did a lot of videos. Like, you did videos, you consistently did videos. So you already know, like, and we've had lengthy discussions about this, man, going to and from. I'm just like, Durant, you know what to do. You know what to do, but you just got to continue with it. But you know what to do with your videos. You know how to make YouTube videos, right?
Right. Yeah. And it's not like I did stop making videos. I just started making different videos. So I kind of lost focus in there. But you know, going back to what Dennis was saying about the videos and people watching you, I just actually had a guy that joined me that was, you know, watching, and I didn't even know. And my video, I'll tell you this, you know, most people think, oh, you have a video ranked on the first page, right? I have about I have only 2 videos for my paying at crypto ads. And one of those videos is on page 4. All right, 4th page. But he saw it and he just decided to, you know, ask a couple questions, and, you know, he approached me about it and talked to me about it. And then, like, he's like, yeah, I'll get back to you. And you know, I guess he thought about it for a little bit and he got back to me, and I kind of checked out his page, and it kind of seems like, you know, he's kind of a, you know, a big leader, I said, and other things. So that just goes to show you the power, you know, of, like Dennis was saying and G's always saying, you know, consistency and just showing up and doing the videos, because you don't know who's watching. And, you know, it doesn't matter. Don't use that excuse that, oh, my videos suck and they're ranking on the last page or whatever, because your video is getting seen by somebody, and somebody out there is going to connect with you. You know, somebody out there is going to, you know, see your personality come out through the videos and be like, you know what, I like that guy. He's just like me, or I like her, you know, she's just like me. And they're going to reach out to you eventually. You just got to be consistent with it, and, you know, it will pay off.
Yeah. And that's true, because not just because you're on page 1, it doesn't mean that, you know, you're going to get all the signups. You get the majority of the traffic maybe, but you're going to get people that, you know, they just connect more with Dennis. They connect more with GameStar. Like, not everyone's going to connect with me, you know. That's the thing. So just because you think that you're in some country that, you know, that someone's not going to join you, it's totally wrong. But the thing is, you got to turn up. Like you said, Dennis, you got to turn up every day, get ready to go to work, and put yourself out there and make that video, regardless of whether you feel like it or you don't, right? And then you give yourself every opportunity for then someone to come and approach you, build a relationship with you, and then at the end of the day, they're going to join you because they like you, but because you put that video out. You know, it all comes back to that.
Yeah, if we could touch on one very important thing, maybe some of the new people need to hear reiterated. We're talking about branding tonight, right? And who are we talking about branding? We're talking about branding you, the human, not the company you represent. Could you carry on with that, please, NG?
Yeah, that's really important, because at the end of the day, you know, I see a lot of people going out there and they're buying all this stuff on, you know, all these tactics and hacks and all this sort of stuff that people sell on, you know, they're selling to a hungry audience, right? And they're selling you this hack or this thing. If you want to know on how to, you know, build a brand and a business for long term, right? Right now, MPA and MPCA are this is what we do, right? They've been around for a long time. They're proven and tested. And we're rolling with these because, you know, we're going with the best. We're going with the best. That's why we're here, right? We want to win. But, you know, if you build your brand, right, it doesn't really matter about the program. Like, the program is not going to make you successful, right? People think that the program is going to make them successful. That can be a complete nobody, and the program is going to make them successful. Because if, for some reason, if the program or whatever program you're doing, network marketing, if you're doing rev shares, or you're doing, you know, whatever program that you're doing, if that goes away, right, what have you got? You got nothing, because you never built your brand. So people are going to buy into you. You have to build your brand, because once you build value around yourself and around your name, and you represent value in the marketplace, it doesn't matter about the program. It doesn't matter, because you're still going to be able to, you know, become a top earner in any program you go, because you have built value and you built brand. And people only join you. They don't join they're going to join the company as a vehicle. They're going to use that as a vehicle. But at the end of the day, they join you. You're the product, right? So that's very important. That's why we build a brand around ourselves. So start building a brand. Think of a catchy name. If your thing is, I don't know, if you're from Texas and you hang out in the swamps and you like catch, I don't know, crocodiles, you can be like the crocodile dude from Texas. So you know what I mean, right? I'm just trying to give you guys a hook, an idea of how you can brand yourself, because then once you have your brand, once people will know you. They'll go, yeah, there's that funny dude from Japan who wears that funny hat. But yeah, they all know him. They all know him, right? So it's very important to build your brand, because then you can build value, and it doesn't matter about the programs. You'll always have an income. You'll always have an income. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it, guys. It's just start doing that. I hope you guys, we can talk about this stuff all day, guys, but you gotta implement it, because if you don't, you're gonna get lost, because it's a competitive world out there. It's very competitive. So Dennis, did you have any sort of closing thoughts at all, mate, about MPCA or branding, or even just about your account, or did you want to know any specific questions that maybe I can help you with, or even games that Duran could help you with?
Well, like Duran said, right? He mentioned the two letters TM. I think we all know what TM stands for, right?
Yeah.
And there's the point that he's making right there. And that's also buying into the point you just made. These things come and go, right? They come and go. And the reason that I put all of my effort and all of my time into MPCA is because of Mr. Uday, right? He was the only guy out there that was paying his people for 20, 21, 22 some months. And then I saw NG. He just stayed consistent. He didn't run off to the left. He didn't run off to the right. He just said, look, you got to focus on this and stick with it, right? So that's my closing thought is, let go of the past, concentrate on what's working now, find people who are sticking with it, right? And then join them and develop with them. That's my closing thought.
Excellent, mate. Yeah, definitely. Good. What you said tonight was brought other things on. We sometimes we do these on the fly, but it's great because you as we're talking about stuff, we think about more stuff, and then you talk about stuff, Dennis, and then we bring other stuff up. So it's great. At the end of the day, we want to bring some value to you guys. Duran, did you have any, being someone that's just, you're not new to internet marketing, but you're new to this program. You've only got a small number of packs. Is there anything that you wanted to add, or did you have any questions, or do you want any closing thoughts, mate?
Well, Dennis pretty much blew it out of the park with that one. I was pretty much going to say the same exact thing. Is just be consistent. Like I said, find someone that you trust, that is, not jump from program that's consistent. Follow what they do. Start a YouTube channel and just keep doing those daily actions every day. And don't lose focus, and you're gonna build, eventually you're gonna build your brand by doing these videos, because people, like I said, people are gonna join you in that program. And even though what happened with those TM, what happened there, I'm recovered from that because of what I've known and what I've learned, in doing the videos. And like I said, it doesn't matter which program. So just be consistent doing that, and you can grow any business that you want. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Yeah,
no worries, man. I think we all had some sort of financial interest in that one, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, and it is important to surround yourself with like-minded people. It's really important, because all the people that we've had on this webinar, and even last week with Renee, the dude's from friggin' Ivory Coast, and he lives in London, and he's trying to get make money to then send money back to his family. We're all from all different walks of life, and we're all here for one goal. And I might be the moderator for this, but I'm still learning on everything that I'm learning. So I don't know anything. I'm just probably half a step ahead of you guys. That's all. And I'm learning every day from you guys. So when people come on board, you understand that you have value for yourself, right? You bring a set of values to everything that you do, right? Don't undercut yourself. you think that, you know, just because you're a newbie or something, but you have a skill that none of us in this group have, and you can bring that to the table, right? And we can all learn, and we can all, from that experience, and then we all can get better, right? So don't think that just, oh, you know, I've just started, or I've only got, you know, 20 packs. You might be, in your background, you might have, you know, skills that we don't even have, that we can learn from you. And that's very important. So get with people like us, that we all got different skill sets, but we all want to, you know, lift each other up, and we all want to max this thing out, you know. And you know, 2017 is going to be awesome as new people come on board. You don't have to come on these webinars, guys, but if you want to come on these webinars, like Durant now, you know, Durant, I said to him, dude, come on this webinar, man. It's probably what, you know, something that you might, you know, you might need this, bro. You know, and I know Durant, he's like, oh yeah, but I know you'd turn up. I knew you'd turn up tonight, bro, because I know you want to move forward, man. I know you want this bad, right?
Exactly, man. Whatever it takes, bro. And that's why exactly you told me about this webinar, and I was like, you know what? I'm scared, but I'm gonna do it anyways, man. Let's do this. And I wasn't gonna say no, so here I am, man. And I just want to thank you for having me on here. And, you know, Dennis, nice being on with such great people, man, and being part of such a great company, you know, and you know, great admin within Uday Nara, man, and just really blessed, man. And like you said, 2017 is gonna be the year, man. This is it. This is it right here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thanks for it's probably like 5 o'clock in the morning, man. So thanks for jumping on board, Dennis. Thanks again, buddy, for you know, we had some technical difficulties. That's why we couldn't start. But you know, we'll get this sorted. We always get this sorted and jump on board. And we even contemplating and doing the smoke signals. There you go. Durant had his pad out and everything, man. We were going to do this thing no matter what. You know, we were going to get there. So we had some fun, man. We had some fun tonight, and that's what it's about, just having some fun. So, guys, get back to the person that showed you this video, showed you this live stream. That will be on our group, and then you can be part of our group, and you can bring. Don't feel like as if you know you have nothing to offer, because you do. You have value to offer in this group, and you know, we're all going to push forward into 2017. So thanks for jumping on board, Dennis, and again, Durant. Thanks everyone, and we'll see you in the next hangout next week. Thanks, guys.
See you. Take care. Bye bye.
Hey, Angie, you sure you ain't Patty Mills' cousin?
Hey, what's that, mate?
I said, you sure you look like you're Patty Mills' cousin or something, man. That's what I always thought.
Yeah, no, mate. Yeah, Patty Mills. He's yeah, no. I couldn't even jump, mate. I couldn't even play basketball like him if I wished.
Man, all right, man.
All right, buddy. I'll see. Thanks, guys. See you guys later.
All right, take care. Take care. Bye.